Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand for the national anthem. Bishop Howard Gregory, Anglican Archbishop of the West Indies. Honorable Fable Williams, MP, Minister of Education, Youth and Information. Dr. Angela Brown-Burke, Opposition Spokesperson on Education. Honorable Lascelles Chin, OJ, CD, Chairman, Lasco Jamaica Limited and founder of the Lasco Chin Foundation. Mr. Winston Smith, President of the Jamaica Teachers Association. Dr. Joseph Thomas, Director of the Master Teacher Unit at the Jamaica Teaching Council. Mr. Otis Brown, Regional Director of Region 5 in the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. Ms. Yashika Blackwood Grant, Acting Regional Director, Region 2 in the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. Mr. Roy Taylor, Senior Education Officer in the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. Mr. Davion Leslie, Chief Professional Development Officer at the Jamaica Teaching Council. Mr. Michael Sutherland, Principal of Central Branch Primary School. Mr. Jamal Hall, President of the National Secondary School Council. Mrs. Carlene Deslandes of the Early Childhood Commission. Other guests, viewers, good afternoon. Welcome to the Lasco 2021 Recognizing Outstanding Educators Awards ceremony under the theme Innovative Teaching in a Widening Space. This broadcast is brought to you by the Lasco Chin Foundation, the Jamaica Teaching Council and the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. I am Christopher Johnny Daly and I will be your guide this afternoon as we highlight some magnificent educators who are innovating teaching in a widening space. First, let me welcome Reverend Craig Mears, Director of Youth Diocese of Jamaica and the Cayman Islands, to commence the awards in prayer. Reverend Mears.
Let us pray. Gracious God, the source of all wisdom and inspiration, we ask for your continued blessing upon your servants being honored today by the Jamaica Teaching Council, under the auspices of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, and in partnership with Lasco Distributors, for our teachers' contributions and achievements at this differently difficult time. We thank you for calling them specifically to serve our communities, molding minds, building character, and affirming worth. We acknowledge their capacity for creativity, for critical thinking, and for focused effort and commitment to their vocation as the world continues to manage the effects of the coronavirus pandemic. Thank you for their confidence in discovering and exploring new possibilities, and the wisdom to discern what is right, good, and just. As they seek to form, inform, and transform the minds of those who grace our classrooms and the virtual spaces. Enable them to draw upon the wisdom and experiences of yesterday as they respond to the questions and concerns of tomorrow. Holy Father, we acknowledge your guiding hand in their lives and pray that you will keep alive their zeal and the passion for change, empowerment, and liberation which come through education. May we as stakeholders, school boards, administrators, and sponsors ever support our teachers as they continue to make a difference in this, our Jamaica, the world, and lead lives for the greater glory of God. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Mayors, for blessing our ceremony. The past 20 months have been a series of interesting and agile developments in our education sector. Our educators have had to be more innovative, or as Jamaicans say, turn them hand make fashion. Now, these methods have not only been creative, but absolutely selfless, and are indicative of the quality of leaders in education that we have here in Jamaica. They truly care. Through the Education Act of 1980, the National Secondary Students' Council ensures that every public education institution shall have a Students' Council, which shall consist of elected representatives of students with at least one staff advisor elected by students. The council now consists of dynamic and engaged student advocates who are involved in the decision-making process of schools at all levels, representing 165 secondary schools and over 300,000 students. The NSSC continues its representation of Jamaica's students with the guiding philosophy: responsible students make the difference. From Monroe College, bringing you greetings, please welcome Jamal Hall, President of the National Secondary Schools Council.
Greetings, everyone. I am Jamal Hall, the President of the National Secondary Students Council, and I want to first extend gratitude to the Jamaica Teaching Council for inviting me to give greetings to all of you here. The National Secondary Students Council prides itself as being the umbrella organization for our student leaders, in particular student councils in all schools right across the island. We understand the need for partnership, and even more so the need for acknowledging those of our partners who have done exceptionally well. The COVID-19 pandemic has exposed a plethora of difficulties within our education system, but through this partnership we have created, we understand when leaders are able to create opportunities from adversities, and that is why it is my utmost pleasure and pride to congratulate every single educator, every single teacher, especially our principals, who would have led with utmost courage and courtesy to catapult us into what we now know as the fourth industrial revolution. We want to highlight them. We want to let them know how proud as students we are of them, but even more so, they are responsible for today's success as an education system, and we will be building back strong.
Thank you, Mr. Hall. It is a pleasure seeing our youth driving a holistic education approach to learning and making all your people better citizens. Thank you very much. Now, hailing from St. Elizabeth, the Breadbasket Parish, our next speaker has been a trained educator since 1993, teaching at Stony Hill All Age and Pepin High School. He continues his training as he's completing his Master's in Education Administration and holds a Bachelor's of Science in Management Studies from the University of the West Indies. Serving in a leadership role, he is the principal of Golden Spring Primary School and was credited for the transformation of Constitution Hill Primary and Infant School which was found to be desperately in need of support by the National Education Inspectorate and was scheduled to close in 2012. He has served on the Finance Resolutions and Salaries and Conditions of Service Committees of the Jamaica Teachers Association. Now, as president, he is representing over 25,000 teachers. Please help me welcome Mr. Winston Smith, the 57th president-elect of the Jamaica Teachers Association, to bring greetings from the JTA.
Dr. Winston Gordon, Dr. Joseph Thomas, and other members of the Jamaica Teaching Council, members of the Lasco Foundation, members of the Jamaica Teachers Association, in particular our President-elect, Mrs. Lasanya Harrison, and our immediate past President, Mr. Jasper Gabriel, as well as other members of the teaching fraternity and the JTA Secretariat. I greet you well. I begin with a quote from Sunil Singh. And he says, "I wasn't born to just teach. I was born to inspire others, to change the people, and to never give up, even when faced with challenges that seem impossible." Today, we honor our colleague who would have been selected by our peers and approved, ratified by the Jamaica Teaching Council to be recognized as a Lasco Teacher of the Year. And I believe the Lasco Principal of the Year. Colleagues, the Jamaica Teachers Association salutes you. We recognize you for your work and your contribution to education. It is not easy to be an educator, to mold and to transform the lives of children, to be an administrator, to give guidance and support to our colleagues. But alas, you would have done that to a high level and with a high commitment to nation building at your heart. Today, the Jamaican education system is much better off because of you, because of your commitment, your dedication, and your work. So much so that you are honored today by the Lasco Foundation. Colleagues, I want you to accept your award with humility, but with great joy, recognizing that it is a culmination of your work by your peers who would have recognized you. It's not easy to be a teacher, and especially over the last 2 years or so, when we're faced with the pandemic COVID-19. COVID-19 has thrown the world and our education system in a tailspin. But like skillful pilots and brave soldiers, you managed to navigate this difficult time. Our educators have pivoted, and you would have been a part of it, leading the way, because you are the ones who are being recognized today as a teacher and administrator of the year. We salute you. Continue to work hard to make the education system better, because that's what you do. You were not just born to teach. You were indeed born to change the lives of our students. I am happy to be able to speak to you this morning as the president of the Jamaica Teachers Association. The JTA lauds you, my colleagues, and we are honored to know that you are a part of us. We give God thanks for the skills and abilities and the professionalism that you would have displayed over this year. May your work continue to transcend eternity. May your example be followed by others, so that next year, some other teacher would have drawn from your example as they step to the plate to collect and be recognized as the next Lasco Teacher of the Year. May your example be followed by many. May your students see you as the angels that you are, as the role models that you are, because indeed you have made the lives of them much better. We thank you and we congratulate you again as you receive your award with grace, with pride, and with dignity. Thank you for helping to make Jamaica better. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Smith, and we are certainly grateful as you continue to lead and support the interest of our educators as they shape the resources which fosters Jamaica's growth and development. Having a long spanning career in politics, our next speaker has served as the elected representative of the Southwest St. Andrew constituency. Before becoming mayor of Kingston and St. Andrew, she served as a corporate area councillor of the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation. Also, she was the former vice president of the opposition party, the People's National Party, and was recently elected as the first female chairperson of the PNP. She now leads as deputy leader of opposition business in the parliament, as well as shadow minister of education and training. She holds 2 master's degrees and has completed her doctorate of education. Here to share greetings, please help me welcome Dr. Angela Brown-Burke, Member of Parliament and Opposition Spokesperson on Education.
Hello everyone. I am so pleased once again to be participating and to bring you greetings in this award ceremony recognizing our teachers. You know, I believe that this pandemic has forced so many of us to see, to reward, and to recognize individuals who have always played such an important role in our lives. I believe that one of them are our teachers. We are forced to recognize all that they do and to come to realize that they are indeed heroes without cape. I want to thank you really from the bottom of my heart for all that you do in terms of inspiring our children, making sure that they know that they are loved, instilling and stirring that passion for innovation, for creativity, for learning, all of which we know are foundation activities in education. I really want to say thank you very much. I really want to lift my proverbial hat to you as you continue to do what you have always found necessary. I know that you often do it without the necessary resources, without being properly remunerated, and especially during this pandemic, it has taken a toll on so many of you as teachers and educators. I know the stress is more. I know that we also have to be concerned about your own psychosocial support. I know that we also have to be concerned about the long hours that you spend in front of a screen, sitting in chairs that are often not ergonomically safe. Yes, and all of that. But you continue to do it with a kind of passion, with a love, with a dedication that sometimes defy all odds. Thank you so much. And let me wish for you all of God's blessings during this season. A happy 2022 when it comes. And I wish for you and your family all the best. Namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Brown-Burke. And now the Immaculate Conception High School has a performance for us. the founder of this distinguished award ceremony and one of the largest manufacturing companies in the region, he was also conferred with a honorary Doctor of Laws degree from the University of Technology, Jamaica. In 2015, the honorary of Doctor of Humane Letters degree from the Northern Caribbean University in 2016 for his significant strides in business, philanthropy, education, entrepreneurship, and social development. He is chairman of the Lasco affiliated companies and has most recently delivered the keynote speech to the inaugural graduating class of the Caribbean School of Medical Sciences in Jamaica. His generosity and genuine concern for the well-being of Jamaicans has fueled his dedication to empower his people through available initiatives that impact health, education, social development, and environmental development. Please welcome to address the ceremony the Honorable Lascelles Chin, OJ, CD, Executive Chairman of Lasco affiliated companies and the founder of the Lasco Chin Foundation.
Minister of Education, Youth and Information, Honorable Favour Williams, Opposition Spokesperson on Education, Dr. Angela Brown-Birth, Archbishop of the West Indies, Right Reverend Dr. Howard Gregory, President JTA, Mr. Winston Smith, President National Secondary School Council, Mr. Jamal Hall, awardees, family and friends of the awardees, members of the media, I greet you with joy in this glorious Christmas season, 2021. This week brings to a close a year that will be long remembered and written about the annals of the history of the world, and of course Jamaica. It is certainly remarkable that at the end of such a year that has been unprecedented changes in our way of life, we can gather, albeit virtually, to celebrate the achievement of teachers in the ever-widening digital space. Lasco has been honoring outstanding teachers for the past 24 years. We can say it is in our DNA to recognize the worth and service of our teachers in partnership with the JTA and JTC. For us at Lasco, the nation's teachers, police officers, and nurses who we honor annually are at the nerve center of the national life and development. We move and have our being as a nation because of their dedication and courageous service as our frontline warriors and heroes. Ladies and gentlemen, I would have been good for us to be meeting face to face today. We would be shaking hands, hugging and smiling as we have done over the years at the Lasco annual award ceremonies. I miss the smiles and the sounds of joy and laughter as we met and greeted each other. But all this has changed, operating in the virtual space in our new normal. In spite of all its inherent difficulties, the new normal holds a future abounding in opportunities for the creative thinkers. Just look at our ceremony today. 2 years ago, we would not have imagined an award ceremony like this, with awardees located in all corners of Jamaica. We could be anywhere in the world, from the North to South Pole right now, yet we are one in this celebration, thanks to the technology. We must therefore embrace this new normal. We must thank God for blessing us with the knowledge and technology to maintain human relationship and our way of life. We are indeed truly blessed. I'm excited to join you and celebrate the innovativeness and strength of character of 114 outstanding educational leaders from across Jamaica and from all sectors of the education system. You have scored through all the challenges of the pandemic. Congratulations and thanks for your service. Ladies and gentlemen, we are privileged to be experiencing these life-changing, exciting and unprecedented times, through sometimes perilous and scary. We will have stories galore to share with our grand and great grandchildren, who will marvel at our resilience and courage as we confronted the challenges of this life-altering global pandemic. Out of our most difficult times in our history as a nation have come enduring benefits and have shaped our great nation. Likewise, I say this morning, the pandemic of COVID-19 will definitely rank among the most defining ones for the life of our country. Academic research and social commentary, folk tales and legends all will abound for generations. Long after we have left this earth, we will grow stronger and better as we adjust and grasp the opportunities of our time. Lasco is investing $4 million in sponsorship of this event and to send a team of educators to the Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development, ASCD, conference overseas. We are confident that the investment will rebound to the benefit of our students. They will return with even more innovative ideas and strategies for our education system. The new year 2022 will begin in a few days. It is going to be hard, but I say to you today, hard does not mean impossible. Life has always been hard, and we have survived. The teacher in Westmoreland, who we saw on TV news on the bike taking school materials to the children in the deep rural Jamaica, knows hard does not mean impossible. The teachers all over Jamaica finding ways in the pandemic to educate our kids is new, innovative and sacrificial ways. Know that too. The teacher who conformed her living room into a classroom faced hardships and found possibility in hardships. The innovative achievements of the honorees today give us great hope and confidence that the education sector will take us successfully into this ever-widening digital space. The enormous challenge of the return to face-to-face teaching and learning is upon us as we start the new year. It will be hard, but certainly not impossible to navigate. Minister Williams, a hard road is ahead, but I'm confident that in partnership with the JTC and the JTA, a path can and will be found to service the vaccinated and the unvaccinated school populations. The future of our country is at stake here. Minister Williams and educators, we are counting on you to work together as a strong team, united for our children in 2022. Awardees, as you bask in the glory of your achievements, I am urging you to inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning in your students. They have been out of face-to-face school for close to 2 years. Some have got a chance to wear their uniform, school uniform, and are yearning for their friends. They need you more than ever before. In closing, on behalf of the board, management and staff of the Lasco affiliated companies, I wish for you and your families a happy, healthy and prosperous 2022. May God bless your labors with our beloved children, with success and may God bless Jamaica in 2022.
Profound words from the chairman, Lascelles Chin. Thank you very much. We are all inspired, sir, by your life's work and legacy. Thank you very much. And now, with a wonderful performance, please help me welcome Pastor Stephen Blake.
Blessings, this is Pastor Stephen Blake, and I just want to say congratulations to each and every one of your teachers today. We're all proud of you. Kick it off for me, because without prayer, we would not be here. Zunga, 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 zen. Prayer, Stevie B, there again. All I need is a prayer. Pray upon the devil like a fire. When the fast and pray, turn it higher, higher. Run that devil away. All I need is a prayer. Pray upon the devil like a fire. When the fast and pray, turn it higher, higher. Run that devil away. As a little youth, me dip on the corner. The man them over there so smoke the marijuana. I'm a Christian, no smoke no ganja. So me just pray the devil away. But the devil come with another strategy. Send a Jezebel Indian after me. Him set the trap, me smell the rap, me set the plot. Me just fast and pray and obey. All I need is a prayer. Pray upon the devil like a fire. When the fast and pray, turn it higher, higher. Run that devil away. All I need is a prayer. Pray upon the devil like a fire. When the fast and pray, turn it higher, higher. Run that devil away. Calling all prayer warriors and intercessors. We're gonna step up when the prayers, cause we under pressure. Satan is roaming and we see about ya. Plead the blood and make we burn the fire. And him screaming, scheming, ugly demon. And I'm a free man, I'm human, Blake is Stephen. The life that I'm living for Christ. When I pray, everything is alright. All I need is a prayer. Pray upon the devil like a fire. When the fast and pray, turn it higher, higher. Run that devil away. All I need is a prayer. Pray upon the devil like a fire. When the fast and pray, turn it higher, higher. Run that devil away. Take up my Bible, cause the church me a go. The blood of Jesus cover me head to me toe. Me no know why the devil try to pest me so. The word of God that you can must say hurricane a blow. Yeah, my faith goes higher, higher every day. A simple answer turns wrath away. My faith goes higher, higher every day. A simple answer turns wrath away. All I need is a prayer. Pray upon the devil like a fire. When the fast and pray, turn it higher, higher. Run that devil away. All I need is a prayer. When the devil come, you burn the fire. When the fast and pray, turn it higher, higher. Run that devil away. Zunga, 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 zen. Prayer Stevie B, there again. Zunga, 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 zen. Prayer Stevie B, there again. All I need is a prayer. Pray upon the devil like a fire. When the fast and pray, turn it higher, higher. Run that devil away. Fire. Right away.
Well, this is Pastor, and this is my new order. Just touch down in the pulpit. People them catching a spirit. Jesus me almighty. So you know them can't fight me. Man, evil people say me ugly. Maybe people them love me. Just get a call from the president. Pastor, can you baptize me? Bring out the holy water. Let me baptize your son or your daughter. Hey, this just dropping on my spirit. Addy, pray for the teacher. Dance all semi-relevant. Preach Christ, we no hesitant. People say me elegant, but don't overdo it like elephant. Me have 2 churches, so me like preach. Me have me own a cash, me no like leech. Me have enough souls when me want reach. I just saw me preach. 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 Just touched down in the church ground. Me a string up my big sound. Every light, every thief, every tuggy from the creech. Them for know so the pastor is in town. Reggae music brings some. Pastor preaching win some. That's why me have to use wisdom. Few more for the kingdom. I just saw me preach. Just saw me preach. I just saw me preach. I just saw me preach. Pastor man, I just saw me preach. Preach from the Old and New Testament. Sometimes I just bear excitement. Breathe the blood, frighten them. I just saw me preach.
Hailing from St. Catherine, our keynote speaker has a political career spanning 7 years. She was a member of the Jamaica Labour Party Economic Advisory Council since 2014 and has served as a member of Parliament for the people of St. Andrew Eastern since. This dynamic leader has previously been a minister in the Ministry of Science, Energy and Technology and the minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, and is the first female minister to hold either role. Months after taking the role in the Finance Ministry, she made several presentations to Parliament related to Jamaica's social economic development, such as the need for a national identification system and to formulate a team of strategists to implement various programs to foster growth and development for the country. As a chartered financial analyst, she holds a master's in business administration from Wharton Business School and a Bachelor of Arts in Economics from Harvard University. Having worked in both the private sectors for many years, on her first career pivoting role was the Jamaica Money Market Brokers, where she was the Chief Investment Officer, consulting in the areas of market risk management and investment research. She was also the head of a valuation and pricing team for JMB's public offering. Following her tenure with JMB, the speaker continued in leadership as executive director of Kingston Properties Limited, pulling on her real estate experience gained from her time at the Equitable Real Estate Investment Management Company in Chicago. She became the Minister of Education, Youth and Information in one of the most challenging times of Jamaica's history during COVID-19 pandemic. Since 2020, schools across Jamaica had been closed and teaching and learning were being conducted online. Not to be defeated, she proposed and implemented a pilot program which involved 17 public schools resuming face-to-face teaching and learning last year and was successfully able to resume schools for some time this year as well. Now, as Minister of Education, Youth and Information, she is leading the charge of innovating teaching in a widening space. Please welcome our guest speaker, Honorable Fable Williams, Minister of Education, Youth and Information.
Good afternoon, Master of Ceremonies, Dr. Angela Brown Burke, Opposition Spokesperson on Education, Mr. Winston Smith, President, Jamaica Teachers Association, Honorable Lascelles Chin, OJ, CD, Chairman, Lasco Jamaica Limited, Mr. Jamal Hall, President, National Secondary School Council, Reverend Craig Mears, Director of Youth Diocese of Jamaica and the Cayman Islands, Dr. Joseph Thomas, Jamaica Teaching Council, principals, teachers, awardees. Good afternoon again. I am delighted to join in this special awards ceremony as we recognize principals and teachers who have done outstanding work during the past year. The Ministry of Education, Youth and Information Lasco Teacher and Principal of the Year Awards ceremony is among the very important events on our annual calendar. Thank you to the Honorable Lasco Chin for this initiative. I must commend the Jamaica Teaching Council for the strong leadership and support being given to the professionalization of the teaching profession, and extend special congratulations to Dr. Joseph Thomas for coordinating this year's awards. This year's ceremony comes against the background of continuing disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. However, it also brought to the forefront that we are a resilient people, capable and ready to take on new challenges with determined focus. One such is the collaboration with the wider education community to respond effectively to the sudden shift into classrooms without walls in the online space. The Jamaica Teaching Council, with its host of trainers here and abroad, and in collaboration with institutions such as the OAS, UNESCO, UNICEF, and the IDB, worked with teachers to navigate their way through the ocean of digital opportunities. Needless to say, where such digital opportunities did not exist, teachers found innovative ways to reach their students and continue their education. The theme of this ceremony, Innovative Teaching in the Widening Space, was inspired by the new experiences in education and its practice. Embodied in this theme are new directions in the ministry as we seek to widen educational opportunities for all, thereby aligning education more closely with livelihood skills that are both tangible and intangible. It is within this context that we have articulated the extended 2 years of formal schooling to enable every student in Jamaica to acquire enabling competence to function as a contributing adult. Consistent with the paradigm shift to widen educational access and scope is the emergent, broad-based approach to awards in the profession. So rather than a Teacher of the Year and a Principal of the Year, we now celebrate Teachers of the Year and Principals of the Year. These persons have distinguished themselves as having foresight, agility, creativity, apt communication skills, juxtaposing their competencies in the knowledge and practice of teaching. Let me therefore take the opportunity to congratulate the awardees and urge you, as best as you can, to pull your colleagues along so that we can emerge collectively from this prolonged pandemic a stronger profession. Ladies and gentlemen, please bear in mind that high-quality teaching is the central focus of the initiatives being implemented that aim to improve students' outcome, as there is consensus that the quality of an education system cannot exceed the quality of its teachers. The link between excellent teachers in the classroom and satisfactory educational outcomes is undeniable. Existing research is clear that a robust teacher recognition and awards program, such as the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Lasco Teacher and Principal of the Year Awards, is a critical part of the answer. Since its inception, these awards for educators have recognized and celebrated educators with compelling evidence of their innovativeness, effectiveness, and pedagogical mastery. We commend Lasco for the more than 2 decades of partnership with the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information to present these awards. Special mention must be made of Mr. Lascelles Chin, whose continuing belief in quality education undergirds the successful continuation of the annual awards scheme. Awardees have been duly recognized by the wider community of practitioners as deserving, and they have gone on to serve with distinction. Teacher recognition and awards go far beyond morale boosters. They inspire teachers to remain on the cutting edge of contemporary research, and they incentivize excellence and add visibility to the effective practices that others can emulate. When teachers' track record of success prompts their peers to recognize them, these teachers are added to the repository of talent and resources available to serve the system. This strengthens the sector and deepens the pool of skills on which schools can call. It is not surprising, therefore, that research has shown that teachers who have received formal recognition and awards are almost 3 times more likely to mentor other teachers and twice as likely to volunteer their time in service. Given the ways in which teachers who are recognized and awarded are able to serve the system, every effort must be made to optimize their opportunities to empower their peers through collaborative initiatives. The Quality Education Circles, or QECs, and the accompanying inner circles that are subject-based open the doors for effective collaboration among peers. Professional support and advancement is enhanced by the digital space with a promise to advance even further. We have observed that awardees benefit from the respect and acceptance of their peers and have a platform and an authentic and authoritative voice to engage other teachers on issues of importance to teachers. It is with this in mind that in recent times, the Jamaica Teaching Council has sought to create opportunities for teachers to volunteer with the council, to have their voices amplified to reach an even larger audience. Educators in this year's cohort of nominees should, therefore, ensure that they look for ways how they can serve their colleagues by volunteering with the council. Against that background, it is fitting that as we end the year 2021, we're doing so with a full appreciation of the efforts made and the successes achieved. You have done exceptionally well amidst personal and professional challenges. My prayerful hope is that we will continue to work in a spirit of cooperation to improve on the education product for the benefit of our children and ultimately for our society as a whole. Thank you all very much, and may God bless all of us.
Thank you, Minister Fable Williams. We now invite the following educators to highlight our awardees today. Please welcome Mr. Roy Taylor, Senior Education Officer.
Presence of COVID-19 across the world has brought immense challenges, but also opportunities for innovation within the education and training sectors. The move to remote learning and shifting practices has allowed institutions to experiment, evolve, and raise the profile of the TVET, both locally and internationally. In Jamaica, technical and vocational education and training is innovating and changing as a result of the challenges and opportunities presented by the pandemic. Changes that were initially implemented as an emergency response to lockdowns and campus closure has generated efficient and sustainable practices by our own TVET teachers. The Jamaica Teaching Council, under the aegis of the Ministerial of Education, Youth and Information, in association with Lasco, recognizes the following teachers who have demonstrated outstanding performance during the COVID-19 pandemic period, July 2020 to August 2021. This event celebrates excellence in the teaching profession. It is with great pride and dignity that I present to you these committed, competent, creative, and innovative group of individuals today as Lasco Teachers of the Year. Altino Facey, Dunwoon Park Technical High School. Richard Allen, St. Mary Technical High School. Darren Campbell, York Castle High. Sharina Gray, Green Pond High School. Nadine Thompson, Winston Jones High School. Ingrid Dillon, Old Harbor High. Kenton Webb, Glenmuir High. David Kettle, St. Andrew Technical High School. Anbu Prabalahar, Immaculate Conception High School. Sedina Vickers Forest, Coronal High. Noel Miller, Troy High. Novia Griffiths Legister, Maud MacLeod High. Lawson Williams, New Forest High. Dina Flanagan, Immaculate Conception High. Janet White Taylor, Guysdale High. Samuel Duke, Bustamante High. Jermaine Gordon, St. Aloysius Primary. Denroy Forbes, Coronal High. Oshama Thomas, York Castle High. Marlene Peter Slowly, Mount Alvernia High School. Shelley-Ann Siddles, Manchester High. Vanessa Gardner, St. Jago High. Sasha Gay Belnavis, Claude McCain High. Lydia Lewis Dunn, Queen's School.
Continuing the presentation is Mrs. Carlene Deslandes, Early Childhood Commission.
To our award recipients, I say congratulations. Your hard work has paid off, but you cannot stop here. Continue to work hard. May you continue to be an inspiration to others. Tracy Walters, Horace Clark High. Eileen Cohal Bailey, Manning School. Mark Salmon, Lacovia High. Claire Henry Wilson, Osemate Technical High. Georgian Morgan Clark, Fogo Road High. Michelle Bright Chinsey, Woolmer's Boys. Janelle Malcolm, Immaculate Conception High. Dwight Dawkins, Seaforth High Licensed Center of Excellence. Rose Callum, St. Hilda's High School. Kadisha Page, Mount St. Joseph Catholic High School. Carol Brown, Josemate Technical High. Francine Thompson, Kingston College. Christina Hudson, Westwood High. Elsa Colliard Burton, Arden High. Antwain Williams, Old Harbor High. Amanda Crawford, Westwood High. Tana Lowe Williams, Campion College. Shelley Wong, St. George's College. Antoinette Chaplin, Knox College. Kevon Edwards, Kingston Technical High. Yahenka Diaz Hernandez, Denby Primary.
Mr. Otis Brown, Regional Director of Region 5, is next.
Ladies and gentlemen, I greet you well. Please allow me to uphold the protocol that has already been established and proceed with continuing to name our excellent educators or awardees today. Ladies and gentlemen, continuing the list of outstanding educators, please allow me to add Yelet de la Cruz Paul Morgan from the Convent of Mercy, more popularly called Alpha Academy, outstanding educator with us today. I'd also like to recognize at this point Nerick Griffiths, Green Island High School, outstanding educator, innovative teacher in the widening space. We also have outstanding educator Alicia Thomas from Jesse Paul Primary School, creating waves in teaching and learning in the widening space. Allow me also to recognize Kitson Sherman of Hampton High School, outstanding educator, joining also for the award Carrion Bell Ferron of Clarendon College. We move on to Simonette Hibbert of St. James High School. We also have Mrs. Stephanie Blair Allen, and she comes to us this day from Glenmuir High School. Then we move to Marsha, Mrs. Marsha Robinson Smith of Kempsale High School. We also have Mrs. Angela Smith Griffith from St. Thomas Technical High School. We also have, joining the list of awardees, Janelle Amelie Jones, Mrs. Amelie Jones of Immaculate Conception High School. And we are also recognizing on this list of excellence Miss Trudian Lawrence, coming to us from Cool St. Anne Marcus Garvey Technical High School, among the outstanding awardees as well. None other than Miss Christina Allen from St. Paul's Chapelton Early Childhood Institution. We now move to another of our excellent educators today, and she's none other than Miss Elaine Gale. She's from the Ruby Mitchell Early Childhood Institution. We celebrate you today. We have Mrs. Keon Levy Beckaroo, and she is from Hazard Drive Basic School. We now move to Mrs. Sarita McFarlane Richards from Ascot Basic School in Portmore. We move on now to Miss Prudence Burke, and she comes to us from Time and Patience Basic School. We now move on to Miss Stacey Thompson from Hinestown Basic School. Then we move to Miss Sandra Young from Gwen Neal Basic School. Our next outstanding educator comes to us from Seymour Edwards Infant School. She's none other than Miss Latoya Reeves. And then we move to another outstanding teacher, Miss Verna Gordon of Elim Early Childhood Institution. Let us also salute another outstanding and excellent educator, and she comes from Charles Chin Loy Early Childhood Institution, and she is no other person than Trina K. Atkins. We now move on to Mr. Junior Errol Rowe from Riverton Meadows Early Childhood Institution. We move on to another of outstanding awardees in the widening space. She's from Providence Methodist Early Childhood Institution, and she's no other person than Miss Nikisha Caruthas. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with an outstanding awardee coming to us from Wilbert Stewart Basic School, and she is Halima Jackson Wilkins Sharon Byfield, the last name for me to call today, from Clifton Basic School. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, my colleagues online, it has been my inestimable pleasure reading the list of excellent teachers for them to be presented with their awards for outstanding work in the widening space. Continue to enjoy this awards ceremony. The Lord's blessings.
Let's welcome Miss Yashika Blackwood Grant, Acting Regional Director of Region 2.
Brad Henry once wrote, "A good teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love for learning." We continue to salute Jamaica's teachers who have given selfless service of inestimable value amid the challenges of the current era. We honor, highlight, and celebrate Debbie Alexander of Alexander Basic, Charmaine Dennis Treasure, First Step ECI, Denise Johnson, Barbara E. Leehing, Banana Ground Basic, Carleen Forbes, Kiddies Corner Basic School, Janice Cunningham, The Salvation Army, St. Anne's Bay Basic, Melody Burrell, St. Joseph Basic, Shelly Ann Curtis, Fern Grove Basic, Tanisha Miller Ray, Precious Plain ECI, Stacy Ann Forbes, Whithorn ECI, Lileth Hudson, Hudson Premier Academy, Nadisha Symister, Hopewell CDC Basic, Marcia Thane, White Horses Basic, Sophia Morgan Samuda, Shirley Castle Primary and Infant, Jeanette Walker, Anotta Bay Primary and Infant, Kareen Heath, Clonmel Primary and Infant, Monica Henry Grandison, Jeffreytown Basic, Doreen Evans Brown, Annunciation ECI, Carole Booth Denton, Shekels Basic, Marcia Guinness, Kingston Technical High, Betsy Beckford Dawson, St. Mary Technical High, Latoya Chambers Hogg, Marcus Garvey Technical High,
And concluding our honorees will be Mr. Davion Leslie, Chief Professional Development Officer at the Jamaica Teaching Council.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us continue recognizing our outstanding educators for the 2021 Lasco Awards. From Mannings High, Heather Spence. From St. Elizabeth Technical High, Ingrid Roach Campbell. From Tatius Golding High, Shari Gardner. And from Glenmuir High, Laura Kamika. From Risen Messiah Early Childhood Institution, Karen Ennis. From St. Simon Primary and Infant, Kashima Martin. From the Immaculate Conception High, Stephen Woodham. And continuing, Grace Baston from Campion College. Dwight Pennycook from Woolmer's Boys. Michael Sutherland from Central Branch Primary. Natricia White Lothian from Oracabessa High. Kenisha Davis Williams from Port Antonio Primary. Dale Evans from Holland High. Harry Hansen from Cambridge High. Mark Smith from Monroe College. Carlisle Thompson, Southborough Primary. Alexander Bourne, Knox College. And Nadine Little, Beulah College. Leighton Johnson from Mushet High. We commend all outstanding educators who have been recognized this afternoon and encourage you to continue championing the cause of education.
Thank you all, and congratulations to all our 2021 honorees recognizing outstanding educators. We applaud your efforts for innovating teaching in a widening space. Presenting an expression of appreciation is Mr. Michael Sutherland, Principal of Central Branch Primary.
The words unprecedented and innovative have been used more than ever since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic that took world center stage since the 2019-2020 school year. School leaders and teachers had to become extremely innovative in ensuring that this business of educating the Jamaican school population had as little negative impact as possible. Educators became frontline workers, like unto those in the emergency services, in order to reach the thousands of Jamaican children who were adversely affected by this unprecedented phenomenon. It is often expressed by many Jamaicans that too often the work done by hardworking educators are recognized only when they are too old to say you're welcome or after they have passed on. But today we can say that is something of the past. On behalf of all the educators named in this ceremony, I express sincere appreciation for the recognition by the Jamaica Teaching Council through the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information and the Lasco Group. William Shakespeare wrote in Julius Caesar, "The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. The work of my colleagues and I will not be buried with our bones, due to the individuals such as yourselves." Thank you.
Thank you to all our presenters, and congratulations to all our educators awarded today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to close out our award ceremony, please receive our guest artists once again. Pastor Stephen Blake, over to you.
Me's a real threat to the enemy, so no demons can't stress me. Me have to remedy the style and the melody, me power with the Trinity, so them can bother me.
I try to walk with you every day. Some people try to draw me out same way. It should have been a kiss and a makeup, but it ended in a breakup. So I guess I'll start again, cause me and you now we're best friends. We going on a journey. Father, please go before me. I got my wife, I gotta take her, she's the love of my life. My son is looking at me and asking, Daddy, is everything okay? Pressure, it start to reach me. Life lessons start to teach me. And in the midst of it all, you say your word, go and go preach it. So what if I never get paid? So what if they build you today? Anything you ask, if you do, me I go do it without delay. To your Father for strength me I pray, rather follow you than man me obey. But the greatest thing about it all, every day above the ground is a good day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Every day above the ground is a good day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Every day above the ground. Angels, them a watch over me. Before fathers, them a guide me. Never you get a call from the Lord, and if you avoid it, I don't fear no Jezebel. Her walk, her talk, her spell. I won't complete this ambition. I don't want end up in a no hell. What is for me? Father God, and this you tell me. Want to take I get paid. So what if they build you today? Anything you ask me fi do, me I go do it without delay. To your father for straight me I pray. Me rather follow you than man me obey. But the greatest thing about it all, every day above the ground is a good day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Every day above the ground is a good day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Every day above the ground.
Say them plan for me and the family. Yeah. My God never lose a battle yet. I don't worry, don't fret. Them say them a go write me off, but this a battle me a win yet. I don't fear no pagans, I don't fear none. There's gonna be a brighter day, there must be a better way. Cause all them a talk and still a send threat. Psalms 91, it never fail yet. Been through the fire, enough tears and sweat. Nothing me go through and don't give up yet. So even though they write me up, even though they fight me up, man I overcome, yeah. Even though they write me up, Imam me waymaker. God am me boss, Imam me waymaker. Break me free from the enslaver. God am me boss, Imam me waymaker. Break me free from the enslaver. God am me boss, Imam me waymaker. Break me free from the enslaver. God am me boss, Imam me waymaker. Break me free from the enslaver.
Thank you so much, Pastor Blake. As we conclude our ceremony, I'm going to ask Dr. Joseph Thomas, Director of the Master Teacher Unit at the Jamaica Teaching Council, to present the vote of thanks.
Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Christopher Daly, esteemed ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is with a great pleasure that I present the vote of thanks on such an eminent occasion. On this instance, standing on the foundation of gratitude to the nation's educators, laid by Mr. Lascelles Chin, I express gratitude on behalf of the planning committee to the individuals who diligently work to make this program successful. Thank you, Reverend Craig Mayers, Director of Youth, Diocese of Jamaica and Cayman Islands, for strengthening our spiritual connection to God with heartful prayer. We extend our deepest gratitude to our esteemed guest speaker, Minister Honorable Favour Williams. You have left us to ponder over your thought-provoking and heartening words. Place your trust on your educators as they strive, regardless of the challenges faced, to provide a quality teaching and learning environment for our children to need and will have. How can I not acknowledge Dr. Angela Baumberg and Mr. Winston Smith, President of the Jamaica Teachers Association, for recognizing the importance of valuing our teachers and endorsing our teachers, our heroes, recognizing educational leaders in a pandemic. Thank you very much, Mr. Jamal Hall, President, National Secondary School Council, for your message. Without the guidance and unwavering support by our rock, Chief Executive Officer of Jamaica Teaching Council, Dr. Winsome Gordon, this event celebrating our inspiring educators would not come to such successful completion. It is with a great pride and gratitude I speak of our sponsor, Chairman Lascelles Chin. He has unceasingly provided opportunities for our nation's teachers, nurses, and police officers through this beautiful gesture. Thank you, and may blessings rain on you and your organization. We pray for a happy and flourishing partnership among Lasco, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, and the teachers of Jamaica. Let it be on record as I extended my sincere appreciation to our dedicated and hardworking officials, directors, and officers from all 7 regions who have been our pillars. Without you, this event will crumble. Certainly a job well done. To all awardees for this evening, you are our stars. In darkness, stars shine brightest, and you have displayed exemplary attitude in facing the challenges and steering the youth of our generation to new heights. Let us all hold hands in solidarity to encourage each other, especially our colleagues who have struggling to bring forth a much grander and positive effect. I hope you all continue to thrive in every way possible. What a celebration without entertainment. Stephen, Pastor Blake, thank you for bringing a sparkle to our event. Hearty thanks to Immaculate High School student for the enjoyable music piece. My sincere gratitude to Miss Tahira Faisal and Miss Daniel Cunningham and their team for the amazingly smooth logistic support and guidance that has extended to us. It is the second time we come together in a virtual celebration. Thank you, Mr. Innerarity and JTC IT members. You have helped us to share our celebration to those near and far. Blessing to the JTC family for assisting me in accomplishing this task in a very short period of time. Like a captain manning his ship, our Master of Ceremony Extraordinary, Mr. Daly, has smoothly steered this ship, making this function even more pleasurable. I take off my imaginary hats off to you. To all the families, well-wishers, members of the respective regional offices, agencies of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, members of the media who have journeyed with us. Thank you, and I hope the new year bring forth joy and happiness. The support you have demonstrated has not gone unnoticed and is incomparable. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of an event that has displayed coordination, collaboration, creativity at a global standard. It is indeed a proud moment. Thank you. Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.
Thank you, Dr. Thomas. We really appreciate everyone's contribution to the program today. Congratulations once again to all our awardees. It has been my esteemed pleasure guiding you through these honors. And just remember, your light shines brighter in the darkness and brightest amongst others. I'm Christopher Johnny Daly. It's been a pleasure. Happy New Year.
Jamaica, land of beauty